So I think that Barbie is not progressive until there are both her and Ken are trans. There's got to be a Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner Barbie that can go back and forth.
I mean, Ken is trans.
You heard it here first, folks. Welcome back to Kite Club. We are somewhere different. We look like a travel show of the great podcast studios of the world. We're in WTF. Shout out. Thank you guys so much for letting us record here this week. There was an issue where we were usually doing it and these guys came in and really saved the day. So shout out to Alex and everybody over there. We really appreciate you. With me as always is my guy on the keys, Mr. Ryan Neeson. And with us today is Couch's, this is real Smurf pelt. I think I'm sitting on Papa Smurf. I feel it right there. You get it. We're excited to be here today. Let's just get into it. The Chris Rock special. Shout out to Chris Rock, who of course watches Kite Club and listens to Kite Club, considering he did 3 of my jokes in the special, all the Planned Parenthood stuff. Listen, if I like that you watch the reels, Chris, just give us a like, give us a shout out. There was not even a special thanks. And my biggest thing to take away is like, it was amazing that he did it a year after, of course, we're talking about the live event that happened on Netflix. And he did it a year after, almost to the day of when he was assaulted on stage. I rewatched that assault video. It was pretty brutal. It could have been on the Citizen app. I mean, I feel like, it was more aggressive than I remembered. I think because I remember the memes more than I remember the actual thing.
Really? I think he did like a WWF kind of like foot stomp with it that made it seem worse than it was.
You think he didn't hit him?
No, he hit him.
That's a hot take.
No,
Ryan says...
He definitely hit him, but he did like the Hulk Hogan where you like stomp on the ground the same time you slap to make it more impactful. But it was quick. It was a quick smack.
It was a quick smack. I mean, he's a bigger my biggest takeaway was not even about the special is, how does Dana White not have Will Smith be a commentator on those slap fights?
Ooh.
I feel like this is a missed opportunity, Dana White. Please, I mean, I know you listen to the podcast. Let's just get on the phone real quick and talk about this. I mean, I think people want to hear, people in Hollywood are talking about, is Will Smith going to ever work again? I think he is going to work as a commentator for Dana White slap fights.
He's got like I Am Legend 2 in the works right now. He's going to be fine.
You heard it here first.
It's him and Michael B. Jordan.
No, I know. It looks good. What'd you think of the special? It was long, hour and a half, right?
It was like 2.5 hours if you had like the before and after thing part of it, which was...
That's how successful Chris Rock has done.
He has openers on a special.
He had openers on the special, and he had closers on the special.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So in case you missed it, they had an opening, I think, half hour that happened at the Comedy Store, and then there was a half hour that happened after the Comedy Store, and he got, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, David Spade, Dana Carvey, Leslie Jones, Ronnie Chang. I mean, it was an amazing event, and I think Seinfeld and Amy Schumer are going to be doing it next. They're going to be live next.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, by the way, how is there not a slap emoji? I feel like culturally,
let's work on it.
Guys, we have it.
Download our app.
Download our app. It's the only thing. We don't have a messaging system. It's pretty bad, the app. I'm going to be honest with you. It has a lot of bugs. A lot of spyware, malware on it, but we do have an emoji slap. You just think, like, out of all the crazy emojis, how is there not a slap?
It's a great point. I don't know. We invent something every week on this show.
And then Chris Rock makes all the money off of it.
I believe your abortion jokes. I don't believe his. He has children. You don't.
I agree. I 100% agree. I've said this many times. I don't know why I'm trumping this right now. I've said this many times. I've paid for a lot of abortions.
In Trump bucks.
In Trump bucks. Yeah. Oh my God. That is, I don't trust a Trump buck abortion.
Trump buck abortion.
A Trump buck abortion.
Wall around a vagina.
That was one of the classes at Trump University.
Trump buck.
Yeah. Trump buck abortions back. Yeah. Oof.
God.
I was only there for a couple years until I transferred. What's up?
That's why they made Trump vodka.
Yeah, you drink it while you're biting on
the Plan B pill.
Just try to drown it.
Yeah, it's just that bad of vodka.
Yeah, yeah.
It automatically kills it.
Also, Elizabeth Banks, we know that you're a fan of the show because you've talked about now that you're going to direct Cocaine Shark, which we have talked about, Narc Shark. Come on, let us in on this. We know you like the podcast. Thank you for listening. Just like and subscribe. Just give us a like on the reel. We saw Cocaine Bear. I'm going to say this, that very unpopular opinion. I thought the tone was wrong. Yes, I'm being critical of a CGI bear doing cocaine. I think, so that's the best part of the movie is. The title was the best part of the movie, the bear that does cocaine. But the people around this cocaine bear, they just didn't come off as real as the CGI bear doing cocaine.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, you saw the movie with me.
I thought it was entertaining. The fact that you had a tone set for a Cocaine Bear movie is what got to me. You're like, this tone is completely wrong.
It's the name of the movie. You're expecting.
The bear did cocaine.
Right.
He did exactly what we expected.
And that was the fun. But I feel like the bear who was animated, animal rights activist, PETA, don't write in. The animated bear was the most fun, knew he was in a comedy or she was in a comedy. It was I think it was.
I heard Alex Jones actually auditioned for that role.
He said, hey, he's like, give me that cocaine. I'll do it on camera. It was just a bunch of footage of him going like, come on, I'm going to do it.
It's like, I'll bring my own.
I'll bring my own. Yeah, he goes, that's what his craft services is.
Just
yeah, I want to be paid in cocaine.
Looks like Scarface's desk.
Bro, he just is just, yeah, I mean, I just thought that the actors, like, I don't think it was their fault. I don't think it was anyone's fault. I just think when you're in a comedy, so Naked Gun, one of the best movies of all time, I think, everybody knows that they're in that movie. They all know the tone of that movie. And there's no part of them that is like winking at it or sort of like, you get it, we're doing this. They're playing everything incredibly serious, which makes it even funnier. And I just didn't get a feeling from that, from Cocaine. And now if they come out with a sequel, I'm definitely going to be there. So I hope to be in it.
So you thought they were all just kind of like goofing around the whole time, but wasn't taking it seriously?
I just think that it felt like sort of lukewarm. Okay. I mean, the movie, like the little kid who spoiler alert, who does cocaine, he's awesome. Him and the bear are carrying the movie.
Him and the bear.
Yeah, him and the bear are taking the lion's share of this film. Now, Cocaine Lion, that comes out, Elizabeth Banks. You definitely heard it here. Cocaine Lion?
The king of the jungle, baby.
Oh, my God. Yeah. And that's Miami.
The king of the jungle.
It's just a lion walking around Miami being like, roar, roar. Just got, the collar is over the shirt, dude. By the way, this is
like what happened to the MGM lion?
He's just like
real dick now.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Pacino. But he's not. It's like the way that that Sylvester Stallone played King Shark in the whatchamacallit in Suicide Squad. I want Pacino to play Cocaine Lion, King of Miami. I'm the king of the jungle. Oh yeah,
I'd watch that,
brother. I'm pitching it right now. This is actually a Kickstarter. We're not doing a podcast, people. This is just this is Kite Club Kickstarter. If you think any of our ideas are good, like and subscribe. Comment section. We will get in touch with you immediately.
That was a good pitch.
Yeah, dude. I've been practicing it for 6 hours in the bathroom. By the way, this is how crazy the stuff got with Cocaine Bear, that the National Park Service has come out with a warning that you don't push a slower friend down if you see a bear. They've now made that a warning because I think that's part of what it is in the movie, right? Everybody thinks they know, like you bop a shark on the nose. Come on, no one's doing that. No one is doing that and surviving. You're going to be called Nubby for the rest of your life. And I love how there's all these ridiculous theories about how you would fight a shark or how you would fight a bear. And it's like, what do? Do you lie down? Do you, it's like, I don't know. Do you run? You're not going to outrun a bear.
Yeah.
Especially on cocaine. Bro.
It's like everybody talking about if they were on the 9/11 planes, it wouldn't happen.
Oh, dude, Mark Wahlberg. Do you remember what he said?
Yeah.
He goes, if I was on that plane, I would have gotten up there. I would have kicked their ass. There was like no way at that altitude, Mark, you would have been so out of breath.
Oh, he's always out of breath.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, Taliban. What's up, Taliban? I got you. Here's the thing. They need to do a Nike commercial about, I don't know, is Usain Bolt still the fastest guy in the world?
In my opinion.
Yeah. Of him running from a bear.
To see if he could actually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just put everybody's shit to rest.
Don't you remember that Fox show? It was Man versus Beast or whatever, where they had like the fastest guy in the world race a cheetah.
Cheetahs run 60 miles an hour. Why'd they even do that?
It's more than that. I used to rep some cheetahs. It's more than that. But yeah, moving on. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are broke. They are broke. It's unbelievable. They're no longer receiving money from the royal family. It's unreal that now Prince Harry is on welfare. They blew through all that cash. By the way, Prince Harry, the real cocaine bear, he blew through $20 million on a book advance for Spare. They got paid $100 to $150 million for that Netflix deal. Gone. I don't know where this money is going.
Bro, he went from a spare book deal to a spare bedroom. He's fucking living with his
to picking
dad.
up spares. He works at a bowling alley.
I thought you meant a tire shop.
Dude, he wishes. He doesn't know how to change a tire. Come on. But it's crazy because they were asked to leave. They were gifted Frogmore a cottage by the Queen for their wedding. And as soon as she was cold and dead in the ground, they took the cottage back from them. And guess who's moving in? Is Prince Andrew. They hate Meghan Markle so much, they would rather have it be a pedophile den.
Is that true?
Yes, 100%.
Oh, man.
I booked it as an Airbnb.
You booked Prince Andrew.
Yeah, Prince Andrew's from
Only to share with him, though.
It looks like a playland at McDonald's. There's a ball pit now. Too many, if you ask me.
That's crazy because it's his dad still. It's like your grandma died, and then your dad's in charge. Your dad's like,
no, you're cut off. You're cut off. I mean, that's the craziest thing. Like, by the way, we have to check to see Frogmore, the cottage, how close that is to a school. Could be pretty problematic for Prince Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I haven't
be helicoptered out. That's the only way because everything else is too close.
Yeah, he's got to go in through underground like a mole person. It's the the funny. I was trying to think of like the joke where we have Megan's Law, which is when you, as a registered sex offender, you have to register online and sort of go door to door and let everybody know that you're a sex offender. And it's called Megan's Law. And you go online, meganslaw.com. You could see the sex offenders in your area. Shout outs. This podcast is sponsored by Megan's Law. I wonder if Prince Andrew, I know it's alleged, but I wonder if he ever got convicted, would he have to be on Megan's Law?
Is that the pedophile's grinder?
Megan's Law?
Yeah, they just go on like, oh, there's someone like me around.
No, well, it's a meetup. It's all men, but they're not interested in each other.
There's women on there.
You wish.
But
dude, the kids aren't registering. These pedophiles, they're like, oh man, you said you were a kid. He's like, you said you were a kid.
So we're gonna get dark. So pedophiles don't have adult relationships. It's only.
I don't know. You're the pedophile expert of the Kite Club team.
Son of a bitch.
But you know what's the craziest thing about the Meghan Markle thing is, it's like she thought. I truly believe that she thought in some way she was going to become queen. And then the whole country just like swiped left on her because they did an exit poll about does the country think that now that they're no longer employed by the royal family, do they think that the royal family should give them another cottage to live in or something? 96 or something like 94% said no.
Yeah, why?
That's such an American attitude to be like, I'm going to take over the monarchy this summer from the people that brought you Princess Diaries and King Ralph. That's our, Going Duchess or whatever. Like
Going Duchess.
This
is a bad Anne Hathaway movie, huh?
No, it is. Dude,
Yeah.
Meghan Markle is definitely, they're going to get divorced. She is going to have a reality show like The Bachelor called like Searching for Prince Charming. I mean,
You're full of pitches today.
Brother, I'm full of gold. I got the Midas mouth. Brother, she was like
Meghan, that's how she got married to Prince Harry.
Yeah. No, he doesn't have any gold. That was the rumor. Not anymore. She sucked it all. No, because she thought that he had something like $150 million or something. She thought that he had so much more money. I'm like, do your research. The guy with the money, see, Kate plays ball.
Is that Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows how this works. Like the fact that she would just come in there, an American would just be like, I got this. I got to figure out the monarchy. I'm going to come on in there and just and fix it out. And they're not just going to be like, bye-bye.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. I mean, how much did they get for their Spotify deal? They got like $100 million.
Gone.
$20 million for his book deal.
Yeah, I said it was an advance. Gone.
Where?
A fire pit?
What do they spend money on?
I mean, I don't know.
What is his vice? What are their vices?
Bitcoin?
Is it Bitcoin?
I don't know.
Okay.
Meghan Markle.
Markle.
No, what's the NFTs?
Oh, NFTs
that are now fucking worthless.
Just her holding a briefcase.
Yeah. It's just her in suits. And not even the show suits. It's her, Meghan Markle's line of suits. Meghan, I'm trying to save your life here. You got to pair up with Men's Warehouse. I'm trying to save your life here as an American. Bro, it's like she makes so many bad decisions. Here's the other thing. My opinion may be a little biased because I know her first husband. And
Okay.
yeah. And
way to bury the lead.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's and I think legally I can't say anything, but I do think that she could use the suit deal. And moving on. Let's see what else we want to talk about. Oh my God. So there's a cruise ship now for $30,000 for I'm gonna get this right. For 2 people for 3 years, it's $179K. You can live at sea on a cruise ship. And there's 375 ports that you visit, 135 countries, including like, I think the Taj Mahal, like great wonders of the world, things really worth seeing. Everywhere. And it holds 1,074 passengers. On paper, this is a good idea. In reality, this is the worst idea. You think that you broke up with your spouse because over COVID? You're stuck on a boat, okay? And there's no way. I think that this is the reality show. How many of the couples are still, and it's lost at sea or,
Titanic. I mean, there's going
to be some Natalie Woods, bro. People going to be drowning some spouses.
It starts with 1,000 people on this ship. It's going to end with about 750.
They only have enough food, but they don't let you guys know that until the 3rd episode. This is the plot of Alien or Prometheus.
This is our next pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
This is where it's brewing.
Yeah. We have a super gonorrhea right now. This is super gonorrhea 2.
This is going to be where this ship matures.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
bro.
Down.
These people have to stay in quarantine. When this ship is over, do not release these people back into society.
No, they definitely.
They need to go to a biodome and need to be deloused. Have you ever been in a cruise ship?
Yeah.
They're smelly as fuck.
I'm planning a cruise right now, actually.
We're trying to go on this. They are a sponsor. We're going to be doing the pod from this for the next 3 years. This is not a good idea. I mean, it sounds like a fun idea, but I think there's so many people. Like I did a cruise ship one time, humble brag, with my best friend Seth and his dad, super humble brag. And when we got in the room, it was the room was so small. It's as if the dimensions were telling you, get out. Do not stay here. It was like only one of you could be in. It's like we were staying up by a fire to protect the group from wolves. Only one of us could sleep at a time. It was that small of a room.
Oh, I went on a Carnival cruise. And
so this is Carnival.
Yeah. Okay. So we went on the Inspiration.
Which, by the way, terrible name. It's
not a carnival. With all the freaks on board, it's kind of a carnival.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's a freak show.
We went for a bachelor party. 5 of us, 1 room. 2 bunk beds and another bed in between. 1 shower, 1 toilet. Bro, it was insane. There was no room in there. It was the thing about cruises too.
Wait, how many beds?
There was 2 bunk beds.
So that's 4.
And then a cot that just like went in between.
Oh my God.
It cost us, I think, like $38 each for
and your
4
dignity.
days. And our dignity.
Yeah. I mean, that's ridiculous.
It was insane. And we brought alcohol in.
Oh, dude, the worst, bro. In camelbacks and shit.
You were allowed to bring wine on, so I popped open wines and then just filled them with vodka. I was a hit at the pool. I was walking around. I bought a leather holster in Mexico. I was walking around with a wine bottle in my pocket, pouring people shots.
Old Prohibition Ryan.
Yeah, I was like bootlegging.
Yeah, just bootleg. Yeah, well, you had a bathtub, but you were using it to make the gin.
Yeah, I was just hammered. Everyone's like, "You're bootlegging." I'm like, that's how the Kennedys started. I'm a great one.
Dude. So I mean, I don't know. And that's the other thing is like, it's a 3-year contract. So once you're stuck at sea, this is like this is Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. You're screwed.
This is like a new version of Noah's Ark that nobody wants.
Oh, dude, I think they're trying to see this is a social experiment to see if it works.
Whoa, hold on. 3 years. There's definitely going to be babies born on this ship.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's terrifying. A cruise, like that's all the diseases.
The first baby born at sea.
No, there's definitely been babies born at sea, but what if they're born the first year? They're trapped there for 2 more years now?
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
That's fucking brutal.
There's a hospital on there. I think that they're trying to see if we can sustain life at sea.
Yeah. What was that movie? Where the world ends and they just have all the arcs that come out?
Waterworld.
No, but that's close.
They're going to be looking for dry land the whole time. They're going to be tattooing maps on each other. That shit's going south real fast. It's going to be like, it's going to set sail like the Titanic, and it is going to come back like Mad Max.
I have a feeling like after 3 months, you're going to be like, where is an iceberg? Let's fucking end this experience.
They're going to overtake it. It's going to be Lord of the Flies. You're going to see there's going to be a Thunderdome on the thing.
By the way, what's the entertainment like on this cruise?
Thunderdome. I just said it. Thunderdome. The murder.
You know, like there's comedians, there's music acts.
I thought about it. I'm like, how can I book myself as a comedian on there? It's the first thing I thought of.
You're gonna have 365 different acts.
I'm gonna be like, hey, so where are you from? He's like, you've already gone to me.
Yeah, I've seen you the last 12 nights.
Oh my God, it's the same stuff. You're like, you have the same. He's like, what's up with boat food? Am I right?
Dude, on that same cruise, we went to the club they had. The club, I'll put that in quotation marks.
Yeah.
It's the only time I've ever heard the same song played 4 times in 2 hours at a club.
It's the only song.
Just Jason Derulo over and over. I was like,
this is a Jason Derulo themed cruise.
I guess so.
He was there singing live.
It was it was unreal. I'm like, dude, do you not have more than 7 songs?
They're doing another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. And Seth Rogen is playing Bebop. And John Cena is playing Rocksteady. Voices.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. The teenage. This is.
Is it an animated?
It is.
Okay.
And there's actually kids. There's teenagers playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
And I think Jackie Chan is playing Splinter.
Oh.
I mean, how is it taking him this long? He's the perfect choice. We were just talking off mic, sign up for the Patreon. There is none. Where we were talking about Jackie Chan played the Mr. Miyagi character in Will Smith's. How did you know how Jaden won, by the way? Do you remember the last scene of that movie? Slapped. The
crane slap.
We just got, people just unsubscribed. That I could feel that. Jackie Chan played the Mr. Miyagi character. I love Jackie Chan. I'm the biggest Jackie Chan fan. I love all of his old movies. But he's playing Master Splinter in the movie.
Well, that'll be fun. Who's playing Shredder? Is there a Shredder?
They haven't announced it yet, and I'm hoping it's me.
Are you auditioning for it?
I haven't.
You're probably not going to get it.
Nope.
Okay.
But I'm going to keep showing up to set. It's animated.
It's like George Costanza on Seinfeld.
Just me hanging out, bringing people donuts and shit. Bringing people lettuce, but it's shredded. I go, how do you think it got that way? Yeah, this is my audition. And they're like, how did you get on this lot? That was
do you need any cheese?
Yeah.
Also,
I just have it on my arm. I go, yeah, Parmesan. I look like an Italian waiter that nobody asked for. Yeah. When you're here, you're Shredder. That might be the voice I would use. We're not committed to that, Seth. So, let me know.
Is Seth writing it?
He is writing it and he's producing it. It's awesome. I'm gonna fight the turtles. This is like amazing. By the way, Seth Rogen sounds like a guy who's been oozed, because that's what Bebop and Rocksteady were also oozed.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know. Oh, baby, I know.
I know, buddy.
Dude, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's one of my favorite franchises. I love the movies. I love Turtles in Time. I love Secret of the Ooze. I love Go Ninja Go Ninja Go.
Dude, Vanilla Ice.
Come on. They're all hits. The new animated ones, the Michael Bay ones, I'd be lying if I didn't say I've seen them multiple times. Not happy about it. I mean, those are just, what an incredible, I love the comic books, but I do think that that's cool that Seth Rogen, I think he's an incredibly smart guy. I really like the fact that he would do the Ninja Turtles and then wouldn't make himself
one of the turtles.
They're teenage kids. I mean, it's awesome.
I'm sure he gives himself the funny lines. I'm sure Bebop and Rocksteady are like a huge.
I mean, John Cena, I don't even do like a John Cena impression, but he sort of sounds like he sounds like the opposite. Like, you know how like somebody turned into a rhino? It's like if somebody turned a rhino into a man. You know what I mean? He's like, he has a sort of like, he's very sort of stilted and all the way. He's like a mannequin.
He's over enunciating.
Yeah, everything he does, where he's like, that's why in every movie, like, I know he's a movie star and I'm nothing, but it's like whenever they have to give him a lot of dialogue, I'm always like, I'm going to go take a shit. I'll be right back. But he's great. Like, I know, he sells tickets but like, he is perfect for that other part. But I'm just imagining like those guys and him being like, we got to get the turtles. Yes, we do need to get those turtles.
I'm not going to see this movie now. You've made it sound terrible.
Well, you'll see it because I'm playing Shredder. I'm just putting it out there in the universe. By the way, I was going to say, like, in that hypothetical where I just keep showing up and they're like, how does this happen? How do we keep letting this guy on the lot? When I did, this is kind of creepy, but when I was doing, I did Wizards of Waverly Place, humble brag. And on the lot, they actually have photos up like it was a post office of like all the creepers that tried to get on the lot to see the kids.
What?
Yup. So security had all their the faces up of the people, and obviously they scan IDs and everything, and it's more advanced. This wasn't just like you're good, stop, you're good. Like you have to be on there with an appointment and everything, and if you were on set. But I remember I went up to the security booth and I was just chatting the guy up, and I just noticed all these like random photos of an adult. It looked like that Runaway Train music video about the kids that went missing. It looked like all the adults that grew up on milk cartons that we never found, and I was just like, "Runaway train, never coming back." There was like a quilt of these faces. I'm like, "Who are all these people?" He's like, "These are the creepers that have sent like weird, like snail mail or emails or have tried to show up to the lot."
I would imagine they'd all have to try to show up. That's how they have pictures of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. No, they might have sent a headshot to be like, I want to be on the show. People do like the craziest shit trying to get on these shows.
That's wild.
I mean, it's yeah. I mean,
Prince Andrew has his picture up there.
Yeah,
don't let this man.
No, he just has kids up in his cottage. He's like, these are the people I'll let in. The adults over here. No. That's what it is. There's like an age thing. He wants to know how old are you? He's like, yeah, you're too old.
You have to get like,
get out.
Through like a limbo stick to get into his house.
Yeah. He's gross. If you don't know Prince Andrew, look him up. So there was a Dallas reporter who was fired after she called the mayor bruh on Twitter.
Yeah.
And there was proof, right? There was documented that she had just used the word bruh.
She said it before to like hockey players and just
to anybody.
Yeah.
To anybody. But she was... But what was she? She was accused of being racist.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they fired her for. It's being appealed right now. There's like a union that's stepping in to try to see if it was justified or not.
That's good, bruh. That's good, bruh.
I like that the mayor responded. He's like, "Bruh, do we know each other?"
Is that what?
That's how he responded back.
So yeah, there you go. But do they know each other?
No.
So then you know what he should have said, or he should have said, "You don't know me, bruh."
That would have been better.
Yeah, you don't know me like that.
Either way,
bro.
It's like, how is this a
thing?
Yeah.
That's the thing. The oversensitivity that, both of us are working on a lot in our stand-up is like, we're looking for problems. I mean, I don't know how problematic this is. I don't know if bruh is that, maybe it is racially charged. Write us in the comments, contact your senator. Let me know. But this feels like a non-story.
Yeah. What's even funnier?
This is our new segment called Non-Story.
The reporter like even responded. She's like, "I would never tell a person of color, oh, it wasn't racist. You shouldn't feel that way." But she's also like, "I don't know what I did wrong."
Yeah, she was just using terminology that she just thought applied to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, bro. I have a bit that I'm working on right now where I say, I don't know how to, because of all the pronouns, I don't know how to address people. I go, you know what I'm talking about, bro? I mean, brah. I mean, the.
I stay away from all new slang just because I sound retarded when I say it.
That's the other thing I say. I go, I can't use new slang because I feel like I'm always using it incorrectly.
I had a buddy, he was like, "Hey man, I'll meet you at like 10 o'clock. And I was like, "All right, bet." And then as soon as I said it in my head, I was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" And I tried correcting it. So I was like, "All right, bet. To believe, I'll meet you there. Yes, I'll better believe." We were on the phone. That's what made it worse.
He just was like, unsubscribe. And yes, he was holding an old phone from Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
This is a new segment we have called Animal News because there's always going on with animals. So a company right now has raised millions, multiple million, to de-extinct the dodo bird and woolly mammoth and release them into the wild. Is this really a great use of funds?
Not that I could think of.
We have so many problems right now in the world. And I'm not saying money solves every problem, but it can make things easier for a lot of people. And yet we are trying to bring back the dead. Maybe there's a reason that those things are extinct. I heard the dodo bird, and I never met one, was a pretty dumb bird. Maybe it dumbed itself out of extinction. I mean, it's unbelievable that we as people have not done that yet. We are going to be, by the way, a future generation of like ape squid people or whatever. We're going to be their dodo birds. They're going to bring one of us back, release us into the wild, and people are like, we should have kept these people dead.
Dude, you know what's crazy about this whole thing? They raised $15 million private funding.
What?
$15 million. But the doctor who's doing this, like who's in charge of it, his last name is Church. It's like, bro, why are you fighting God on this one?
Yeah.
Your last name is Church. They went extinct. Don't use science to bring them back.
But also, are these the things that we want to bring back? I feel like these are just like we've done because the movie Ice Age, people like woolly mammoths. I saw a which, by the way, I do like the movie Ice Age by Ray Romano. Oh, it's the woolly mammoth. I think it's crazy out of all the things that we can be because by the way, we're already bringing things back whether we like to or not. With all of the gases being emitted and the ice caps melting, there's all these bacteria and virus that were frozen in the ice that are being re-released and are going to be on a cruise ship. Super duper gonorrhea. That's a third one.
That just sounds fun though.
Oh, dude, catch it this summer.
The doctor, you got super duper gonorrhea.
They're just trying to make it fun now.
Doesn't sound bad.
Yeah. Okay, we've cured AIDS, but you have super. But that's crazy to me. Like we're already, and here's the other thing. What is this going to do to our ecosystem? But why the dodo bird? Why the woolly mammoth?
There's no rhyme or reason. The best I could see is some lady wrote a book in 2013 that was just called How to Clone a Woolly Mammoth. And they were like, sounds like a plan.
Well, they've been trying forever. I just feel like this is going to get out of hand. They're going to start clawing. Like we don't. Now these are lucky because these are clearly not apex predators. But it's like, where do we stop with this? I mean, we'll cue the Jurassic Park music right now.
Yeah, seriously.
But that's the truth. It's like you got to think that these things went extinct for a reason, and just to introduce them into our ecosystem.
How long until big game hunters start taking these guys out?
Oh, 100%.
That's why they're doing it probably. They're probably doing it to create a new market.
A new trophy?
A new trophy.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. I guarantee you people that donated to this are like, I want one of those heads on my wall.
Yeah, but there's got to be cooler animals than that.
I don't know. That's pretty cool.
A woolly mammoth?
For a fucking head on your wall, it doesn't get much cooler.
Brother, that would be your wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Head on your wall? You'd have to walk through its mouth to get to the kitchen.
And maybe that's what they're doing.
Well, then we've said it here first. Better Homes and Garden, we're going to be featured with the woolly mammoth house. It's like the new cribs. It's like you just come and you live inside this woolly mammoth head. You're like, welcome to my crib. I just think that's insane.
In 30 years, when these things are cloned and they're being hunted, I'm going to be like, point back to this podcast, be like, I called it.
You're gonna have one.
I'm going to have one. I can't afford that. Come on.
No. I give you more credit in 30 years.
A woolly mammoth tag? Jesus Christ.
I mean, those things, they were huge. I don't know, man. I think start small.
What would you start with?
A fish, a trilobite, which I'll talk about later.
All right.
A trilobite, they're little. I don't know. I mean, the dodo bird I could see because it's harmless, it feels like. But I don't know, man. The woolly mammoth. Here's the thing. We're not even taking care of the animals that we have. All of these other species are going extinct. And so we're just trying to like make new elephants.
By the way,
why don't we try to save the ones we got or clone these motherfuckers?
The dodo bird went extinct in 1681. Like
who just has a bunch of dodo semen?
Who even knows if they're cool? Like they could be dicks.
No, they are. I'm saying, and by the way,
what if they're like super invasive?
Dodo, I feel like that's a word that didn't used to mean something. It means the same thing that it did before. And and it's like, it's every time you see a dodo bird. I mean, I get it. The Flintstones were cool with the woolly mammoths, but I don't want to, what are we going to be riding their trunks to work? Like we have a perception of these because of how we have presented them in media. And it's like, I'm just not sure that this is the smartest thing to be bringing these things back. Also, woolly mammoths, they live in cold areas, no?
They're bringing them to Siberia. That's where they're going to put them.
Yeah, well, good.
They're going to help Ukraine.
Yeah, they're in the fight. Yeah.
That's why they're doing it.
They're just armor. Yeah.
We can't send you any F-15s, but we've got you 30.
We've armed you. We've armed you, woolly mammoths. It just has rocket launchers on the side.
Yeah. They look like that's G.I. Joe.
That's what I was just thinking. Yeah. Well, they look like the Dinobots.
Hey, I'll be honest. I'm in now.
Yeah.
I think
woolly mammoths transform.
This is a great cause.
Oh yeah. So we're in. Where can we donate? Internet, you've convinced us. But the dodo bird, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's going to be the grossest thing. Dodo bird eggs that are going to be on
menus.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to try them. I'm going to be a sunny side up.
I had an ostrich egg once. You ever had that?
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah. How big is it?
This big.
Yeah.
It feeds like 6 people.
Really?
Yeah. I had it at the Pendry in San Diego. It's on their menu.
Yeah.
It's like $100.
Yeah.
Giant egg, all the sides. It's amazing. It's really cool.
How many do they have? A limited amount? They just have a carton of 12.
No, you order one, they bring it out, they tap it.
They order one, they just like squeeze the ostrich.
It's a plate this big, sunny side up.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. I've seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I know.
I felt like a child.
And you had it by yourself?
2 other people.
And what did you get? Like, did you get a frittata?
No, it literally, they bring it sunny side up.
Oh, just
So it's just
one
giant yolk in the middle, all the egg white around, then like all the
Wow.
sides on the side. It was crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You're like dipping loaves of bread.
That's basically what you have to do.
Yeah.
Like a whole fucking, it looked like a little French kid.
Can we get this to go? That's nuts. Also, speaking of nuts, and we're sponsored by cocaine hippos. This is unbelievable, but they're running amok. Get yours while you can. They're just all over Colombia, right?
Yeah.
They're Pablo Escobar's hippos.
Yeah. Well, they can't be on cocaine anymore then. This is just the descendants of the original cocaine hippos.
Yeah. These were the inspiration for Hungry
The
Hippos.
trash children.
Those are just little balls of cocaine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get at them.
Those would be just hippos with a business plan.
Yeah.
Just fucking, let's do something together, bro.
And it's just the same plan.
Yeah. They're going to fly them. They're going to fly the hippos to India. To India is where they're going to fly the hippos.
Why?
I don't know. Why is India
They're on
accepting
the
them?
cruise.
That's my problem.
Guys, we're getting word that cocaine hippos are on the cruise. They're booked for the cruise.
Yeah, they're moving 60 to India and 10 to Mexico. Does India not have enough to worry about with animals?
I mean, this is this is bad use of the money. That's what it is. They're just like get him out of Colombia. Just get him out of Colombia.
How do we have too many hippos and not enough woolly mammoths?
Yeah,
Let's just put fur on these things.
just
fur and tusk.
just a bunch of hippos in toupees.
Merkins.
Yeah, just hippo merkins.
Fake tusks on them. I think it'd be good.
There was also 2 men that were arrested for trying to eat a bald eagle. I mean, God, we are fucking pigs, man. We will eat anything.
Did it die of natural causes?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
If it died of natural causes, I'm kind of okay with it.
I don't think it did though. I feel like that not making the news story.
No, yeah, they killed it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, isn't that like treason or something?
It's yes. It's not treason.
It's not treason, but it's something.
It's
Damn, 20-year-old kids did this.
it's a hate crime.
20-year-old kids.
What is it though? What is the actual terminology?
For what it is?
Yeah.
What crime is shooting a? Let's see right now. I'll tell you what it is. You got crime of great aim.
Yeah, my
How
God.
the fuck do you hit a bald eagle?
This eagle is the weak one. This is the runt of the litter. Those eagles, bro. Come on. And what did they kill him with?
That's not a good look for America, by the way.
No, I'm saying. And they were Americans, of course.
Yeah.
So stupid.
It's the Bald and Golden Eagle Protection Act of 1940.
Yeah. So any eagles.
You can get a permit though to kill them.
To kill one?
Jesus, what won't we do for money in America?
Here's
the symbol of America. Give us $50 and you could kill it.
I think it's more than $50.
Yeah,
I'm going out of here on a limb.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But that's insane that they would just, bro. I mean, you ever eat eagle? What's the craziest thing you've ever eaten?
I don't know. It was in Japan when we went. When I did like an omakase thing, he just kept bringing stuff out.
You don't know what it
and
was.
At one point, like he wouldn't even tell me.
It was just the foot of a child.
It could have been.
Yeah.
At one point, he brought something out, and like there was.
Wait a
guy
minute, what's this place called? Prince Andrews. What?
He's not giving away any pieces.
No, well, he's dead.
He uses the whole body.
He just keeps it.
Yeah.
He just sleeps next to a dead child. You heard it here first.
Jesus Christ. So the guy brings it out, and there's a guy sitting next to me that speaks Japanese and English.
Yeah.
And I go, "Do you have any idea what this is?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "What do you think it is?" And I go, "Brain of some sort?" And he talks to the chef. He goes, "You're not far off." I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
What is not far off from brain?
Teeth.
Teeth.
Yeah.
The
It's close to the
soft
brain.
teeth,
Yeah.
The soft teeth of a fish.
It's the soft palate.
The soft palate of a fish. Yeah. How about you? What was the grossest thing or weirdest thing?
It was probably an omakase in Japan as well, where they were just bringing out stuff, and it was like there was all this mollusks and stuff that were really, boot leathery.
I would have killed for boot leathery. The consistency of this was like,
oh, yeah,
exactly what you think it was.
yeah. I mean, I would say I wouldn't eat bald eagle, unless somebody has a bald eagle hookup.
A guy.
Yeah, a bald eagle guy.
You got a guy. There used to be a place that got shut down in Santa Monica that was serving whale.
I remember.
Yeah. They were selling illegal meats.
And I still haven't recovered.
Yeah. It's called Tsunami or something like that.
No, it was called Moby Dick's.
It's called Moby Dick's.
Yeah.
Moby Dick's.
You finally got your white whale.
Oof.
Every server at the table to introduce himself. Hello, guys. Welcome to Moby Dicks. Call me Ishmael. You're like, boo. Also, what about the eating the bullfrogs?
Was that Utah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Utah's encouraging.
What are we eating? That's what we're doing. We're bringing back woolly mammoths to eat. Don't we have enough animals that we're eating? It's like we're trying to come up with fake meat and real meat at the same time. Can we just agree on meat? By the way, they should be cloning bald eagles.
Yeah, why aren't they cloning things that we need more of?
Listen, I thought you were the guy. No, I don't know. This is ridiculous.
Although they're like apex predators, so they may be taking out way too much if we have enough of them.
Bald eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be killing like a lot of small wildlife.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. When you introduce something like this to an ecosystem, that it's always, it's like when now obviously in some areas I know that they hunt things like deer because they get too much. And so they sort of thin the herd and you get a permanent things like that. But it's like, I'm not sure if woolly mammoths get too much. I don't think we can take them. If they decide to overpopulate and they like team up with cocaine hippos, I think we can have a real war of the worlds on our hand. Do you remember that's World War III? We thought it was going to be between Russia and China and us, and it's not. It's the woolly mammoths that we cloned. Dude, it's, oh my God. The polar bears figure out we can't even they're policing that water. We're done.
It's the next sequel in the Planet of the Apes movie.
Yeah.
Planet of the Woolies.
Oh, but that's happening. The squids are taking over. I saw this documentary in a long time. Well, it's a fake documentary because it wasn't real, but about how they think the evolution.
He's talking about a movie?
No.
It was just a movie.
It was a projection. It was on the Animal Planet about projections. Okay. I mean, it's all a movie, but that they think that squid are going to be the stuff that evolves.
Oh, they're fucking aliens. 100% aliens.
Yeah.
There's not a doubt in my mind.
Yeah, they're incredible. Every time I've actually stopped eating them.
Did you watch My Octopus Friend?
It may make you too sad.
Teacher?
My octopus friend. Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Yeah. Was it My Octopus Teacher, right?
My octopus bruh. No, I didn't see it, but I saw a trailer for it and it was like, it made me just kind of go.
Yeah, I stopped eating octopus after that.
Yeah, I mean,
these things are too smart.
It's so sweet. Or when like one has a finger out and you're kind of making an ET moment and it goes like, and wraps around it. And you're like,
it's probably trying to like size you up to see if it could kill you.
Yeah, it's just like, wait, sweet. Why is it pulling?
Yeah, my finger's out of. They're all muscle. It's crazy. There was like
you put one of those in the UFC, donezo.
Oh man,
get an energy drink behind those squids, it's over.
You can't tap them out. They have no bones,
bro. If they pair up with the woolly mammoths, we're done.
Hopefully they're not listening right now. Just organize it.
They're just here. It's like, what the fuck? That's how we sound on Spotify underwater or wherever you listen to podcasts.
We know you're under a pool right now.
Any good stand-up stories lately? You performed at a brewery for 8 people.
I did. Yeah. It's always a good show when there's 8 people at a brewery and it's outside in 45 degrees.
I don't understand. Was the theme of this 2020 COVID? Why was it outside?
I don't know. And we were competing with the John Jones fight inside.
Was this in Wuhan? Where was this?
This was in Santa Clarita, so basically Wuhan.
The Wuhan of California. I've been saying it for years.
Pretty much.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Did anybody? Yeah, I mean, that's the funny. So one time when I first started doing stand up in the Valley, there was all these dive bar shows, and I remember that a lot of the dive bars had pool tables. And that was always the thing.
They still do.
Yeah.
They still do. It's so fucking loud.
I mean, it's crazy. So you just hear crack, crack, crack.
I'm like, how are they breaking every time I tell a joke?
I know, but I appreciated it. I said it was like my rim shot. I'd be like, guys, can you please time this? I go, this joke's a little longer. Wait on that 8-ball, corner pocket, and deliver.
Yeah.
I've been going up, I'm just honestly just getting my stuff ready because we're going to be going on the road this summer and setting up dates and whatnot. We're going to put those in. We have Tempe right now. If you go to jonathankitecomedy.com, we're going to be putting up the dates as they come in, but we're going to be in Tempe in July. It's a great club. Come on out. I can't recommend it enough. I love that club. But yeah, just trying to get stuff, trying to be current and try to figure out, what the world's going to look like. And because that's the thing, like when you go on the road, I always feel like when I'm writing jokes, like in the moment to do tonight or whatever, at Comedy Store or whatever, I'm like, will this joke be even good in a month? Or is it just like
flash in the pan?
Exactly. Is it like is it like a Daily Show joke or whatever? So, But yeah, this past weekend I did Long Beach, and it was awesome because it was like a Friday night. Shout out to Long Beach, bro. Those guys come out to shows. Like I feel like whenever it rains out there, I feel like they're all getting alarms on their phone, like Glinda the Good Witch from Wizard of Oz being like, come out wherever you are. Because they pack that fucking place in. It's so fun. And they're a great comedy club room. So shout out to Laugh Factory Long Beach. Really love that spot.
Nice. We got some mailbag stuff.
We got some mailbag stuff. Thanks for sending in the questions. Please send me, Ryan, the Kite Club podcast. Send us your questions. We got the first one is my favorite. What's my favorite impression and the most impressive one you can do? So my favorite impression is probably either Tom Hanks or Anthony Bourdain because I never heard people do them before. So I used to do my impression was here's my impression of Tom Hanks getting kicked in the nuts. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. But the one that I love the most is probably the first one that I ever did, which was Wallace Shawn from The Princess Bride. Inconceivable. You know, Wallace Shawn, he's sort of this guy. And he goes, you beat my strong man, which means you're strong. And I used to go, here's my impression of Wallace Shawn as the world's worst OBGYN. Your womb is inconceivable. But I'm if you want me to try a new impression, which I'm always down for, obviously Brad Pitt is going great. Let me know. I'm always trying to learn new impressions. That's the other thing. When you go on the road, like Hollywood, because we're sort of the epicenter of everything, you could do like obscure people and everybody knows who you're doing. But you got to, like, I remember when I first started doing Seth Rogen, this is before he had done, I mean, he had still done like Knocked Up and stuff, but he hadn't done, I always forget the name of this movie, not The Dictator. What's the one with
Interview.
The Interview. So I did Seth Rogen in Canada and they all loved it. But then when I would do it in the States, I remember people like not understanding who exactly he was. And quick story about Seth Rogen. People always ask, like, have you ever done the impression to the guy? So I was at a birthday party and a pretty private event, like people's phones were not out. A lot of famous people there. I was somebody's plus one. And Seth Rogen was in the corner, like just, it was a rooftop party. It was really cool. And Seth Rogen was getting high in the corner. And my friend came up to me and was like, oh my God, Seth Rogen is right over there. Did you see him? I was like, oh yeah. They're like, did you go by and say hi to him yet? I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't really know him, you know? And then my friend was like, does he know that you do that impression of him? I was like, that is the last thing that Seth Rogen wants at this private party is just to be a strange guy, just like going up to him like, this is what you sound like. Hi, I'm Jonathan. He does not want that. Let's see. How many pets have you had and which one did you like the most? I had a pit bull named Mira, who was the runt of the litter. And when she was born, she could fit in the palm of your hand. She was so tiny. And she lived a pretty good life. She was very dainty. I always thought that she'd have the voice of Meryl Streep or Queen Latifah if it was an animated film.
They're two very different voices.
But two very powerful, strong women. And she always sat like this. She always sat with her. She had a very regal posture, and even when she sort of sat up, and she had the most expressive eyes. It looked like she had a bunch of puppeteers just like working her face. But I had cats growing up. My mother was like a shopping cart away of being the cat lady of the neighborhood.
Did she have the hair?
No, my mother is a very beautiful, put together woman. She looks like Haley Mills from The Parent Trap. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's she didn't look crazy at all. If anything, my father looked like the crazy cat lady because he's got the long beard down to here. My father would be so funny. He'd be working and one of them would wanted to like come up to him. You know, they would be like pawing at him and he would pick him up and just like put him on the shoulder. Like that's the kind of pirate my father is. He didn't have a parrot. He had a cat and the cat would just chill. And I remember like when I would, when I was a little kid and my dad would be in bed, he would be reading and the beard, he has a very long beard. If you've never seen a picture of my father, his beard comes down to almost his belt buckle.
Maybe we should throw that up for everyone.
Yeah, we'll show him. My dad looks like, he looks like a lot of things. He looks like Treebeard the Ent from Lord of the Rings, Merlin, from Sword in the Stone, everything, right? Gandalf. The cat would always rub their face and sleep right in his beard. like in a nest. And then when I was a kid, and I would go to sleep, the cat would come up to me and it would rub its face and it would look at me like it was shocked that I didn't have a beard. It didn't understand. Because I get it. I guess I sort of like must have smelled like my father, but they were just like, where did your beard go? And they were always like shocked and shook. I hope I'm using those words right. Bruh. Did you have pets growing up?
Yeah, dogs. That's all.
Yeah. Wow.
It's riveting stuff, guys.
Yeah.
I had a dog. She got parvo like when she was like 3 months old.
Whoa, save it for the Patreon. Wow. How long did she live?
My parents paid the money, like thousands of dollars to get her through it. But I just remember one night she was like shitting and pissing herself uncontrollably. And my parents,
She had Chipotle.
she had Chipotle and parvo, which made it double worse.
Ooh, Chipotle's a sponsor. Shout out.
They locked her in the laundry room. And
Oh,
put her in there just
no.
like while before they could take her to the doctor.
Yeah.
And my dad walked in the morning to get her, just slipped in the shit and just fell down.
Oh my
He was just
God.
like, fuck it, put her down.
I think I remember that. That's a deleted scene from Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
Okay, if I could be in any movie, what would it be? I always wanted to be in Wizard of Oz. It's my favorite movie of all time. I always wanted to be the Scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz. I just think that's such a great film. It holds up. I know that there's a lot of, people today, like the movies suck from a certain time ago, but there are still movies I think that hold on and do that. And I think Wizard of Oz is the greatest movie of all time.
You came close. You did Wizards of Waverly Place, so you almost got there.
Yeah. I thought it was Wizard of Oz. I was illiterate. What about you? What movie?
Ooh, honestly, Rocky,
I want you to say Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
I wanted to be your movie is Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie.
There's still a chance. They haven't made the movie yet, right?
Wizards of Waverly Place sounds like a magical real estate company. How was that not the plot of the fucking show?
What is the plot of the show?
It's like Harry Potter.
Oh,
I played an FBI agent.
a magical
They
FBI
looked at me
agent?
and they were like, no, I was just going to say, they looked at me and they're like, this guy has no magic.
You look like an FBI agent and the pedophile.
I look like a troll. I look like a goblin who might, one of his parents is a muggle. Yeah, I'm mixing those up, but you get it. You understand. Rocky,
Yeah,
it's a great movie.
it is a great movie.
Yeah.
I showed my wife that movie and she cried. And she was like, I didn't think I would like this movie. I'm like, it won an Oscar. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't a fighting movie.
Did you show her the other Rockies though?
Progressively, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Rocky 2 is good.
She started crying less and less.
Rocky 2 is good.
And then she started crying more to be like, stop showing me these movies.
Yeah. Rocky 3, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. Come on. That was
Yeah.
great.
Yo, it's great. Yeah.
Rocky 5 is where
What was his
the
name?
shark-
What's Mr. T's name?
Oh, no. What was his name? Holy hell.
Clubber Lane.
It was Clubber Lang.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Let's take that again.
And Hulk Hogan was
And then
wasn't
I
he
mean-
Flaming Lips or something like that? Hulk Hogan's wrestler name in that?
Yeah.
Like Flaming.
Flaming Lips. How was there not a spinoff Flaming Lips mustache rides?
That's how Lyft started.
Yeah, it was just Hulk Hogan being like, sit down, brother.
How is Lyft's slogan not "Who wants a mustache"?
Dude,
ride?
I've said it for years. I said that is ridiculous.
Hey guys, you're blowing it.
Yeah. And that's what it should be.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Speaking of history.
So this week in history, we're going to wrap this up pretty soon. This week in history, Barbie was born 1959. Now, we talk about it because the Barbie movie is coming out with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. I mean, come on, does anybody look more like
Barbie and Ken.
Ken? It's unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, I'm hard just thinking about it. But I have.
You're
But
smooth
I'm
down
all
there,
Ken
though.
down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all Ken doll. That the craziest thing about it was, so we were talking about this. She had every job possible.
All of them.
I feel like she had the jobs before real women had those jobs. And it's unbelievable. Now, some of them, she's got to be the most successful woman in history to hold that many jobs.
She's a real Renaissance woman.
I feel like she was fired from a lot of them, though.
She didn't have 200 jobs. She had 200 careers.
But I feel like,
Careers.
I mean, listen, unless she was a cocaine bear, there's no way she's getting to all the work on time.
Yeah.
I don't know how she's doing it. She must have an unbelievable team. Now,
She's got clones.
she's Barbie clone. This is who we should be cloning. Barbie. She's so successful. Not woolly mammoths. Clone Barbie. Some of these jobs, though, were a little suspect, which we found out. They were a little similar. One of them was a pastry chef. That's fine. She's also a pancake chef.
Yeah.
I mean, that just feels like they were stretching. That feels like there was a lot of men in that room pitching.
This reminds me of like when you had a job and you'd have a business card. You just put like anything or like it sounds like
It's a special skills on an actor resume. Yeah,
this is her LinkedIn account.
Yeah. She's a flat waffle chef.
She's a cookie chef.
Yeah. I mean, it's a crepe chef. It's like, yeah, we get it.
By the way, we're not making these up. These
are real jobs.
Yeah.
But there were some really problematic ones, and you knew there must have, right? Obviously, we're now way more socially aware, but before when they were just making these, I mean, she came out in '59. There were so many. So there was an Oreo Barbie that was a black Barbie, but it was all the white features. It might as well have been blackface Barbie, and the girl had on an outfit that just had prints of Oreo cookies on them. Bro, there's no, they're just like, let it go. Just put it out there. There was a Ken that had a shaving kit. It looked like George Michael Barbie or George Michael Ken.
So he had hair?
He had a 5 o'clock shadow that I think went away with water.
That's pretty smart.
It came with a shaving bottle. I'm trying to get my hands on that shaving cream.
Was it Gillette? Were they just sponsoring it to get products?
It says Ken. It says Ken shave. Here, look it up.
Yeah.
It says. I think it's Ken brand shaving cream.
Hilarious.
It's like, well, this guy's doing very well that he has. By the way, nobody knew any of Ken's jobs.
He didn't have to work.
No.
He got 200 jobs.
Yeah. He was a gigolo.
Yeah.
They did a Becky. Most of us know there's a kid Skipper, but there's all these other characters. There was Becky. Becky in '97. She had a wheelchair. Great for visibility. This is a great thing. What they forgot to do is there was no ramps at the Dreamhouse, and she couldn't get in the front door. The wheelchair was wider than the entrance of the door, and she couldn't get up the stairs. There was an elevator, which you would need in your house. If someone was handicapped, she couldn't even fit in the elevator.
Yeah, the ADA wasn't involved in the building of the Barbie Dreamhouse.
Yeah.
That does not fit code at all.
No, they need to have just a crane to pull her up.
That would never get built in California.
No, not today. Not ever. And then there was one in '63 that came with a manual and dieting. And when you opened it up, it just said how to lose weight. And there was another one that came with a scale.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there have been some bad ones though. The worst ones, I was trying to think of some bad ones. The worst one that they never made was probably Bitcoin Barbie. Yeah. Who just has a rail of cocaine under, and you just pull the string in her back, and she keeps repeating the same idea over and over and over and over again.
She's got a vape in one hand.
Yeah. That's it. Just a
blockchain.
There's Amelia Earhart Barbie. It's just an empty box.
Just an empty box.
There's a Hillary Clinton Barbie who just comes with hot sauce in her purse.
And a hit list.
Oh yeah, and a drone.
Yeah. A drone strike, actually.
Yeah, drone strike. Yeah. Hers is it's actual drone.
Yeah, it's Hillary and G.I. Joe.
What about a Meghan Markle one? They're coming out with a Meghan Markle Barbie.
She's just gonna have the briefcase.
That has no.
She's going back to work on Deal or No Deal.
No, she's going back to work. She's going back to work on Suits.
It's off the air. I hate to
don't tell me. One of us has got a really hard phone call to make after this podcast.
She's gonna get her own spinoff called Skirts.
Ooh, Megan, we're solving your problems.
There you go.
Call us.
Skirts.
We've hit up your people many times. We've never gotten a call back. So I think that Barbie is not progressive until both her and Ken are trans. There's got to be a Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner Barbie that can go back and forth.
I mean, Ken is trans.
You heard it here first, folks.
I'm just saying, has anybody ever, there's nothing, that's just smooth down there.
Did anyone ever, so they're both women.
They're both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah,
it was Kim. It was Barbie and Kim.
Barbie and Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
was never cis male.
Gender's not a thing that's real, and neither is Ken.
That's what you pull the string, and that's what he says. Gender's just a construct. And then he has yeah. Are there, can you look this up? Yeah. Are there non-binary Barbies?
I don't know. Do the Chinese kids that build the toys think that American men just don't have penises?
Yes. Are they built in China?
I would imagine.
We got to have, they weren't originally built in China.
Well, no, nothing was. Gender inclusive line named, a move welcome by trans. So they have a separate line of dolls, but not Barbie. They're called Creatable World. So
doesn't have the same ring as Barbie.
Yeah. There are disabled Barbies, like you mentioned.
You got to call it Bobby.
Bobby. There you go.
Mattel, call us back. I'm Jonathan Kite. This has been Kite Club.